In the wake of children being stripped away from their parents after crossing U.S. borders, Nexus Services Incorporated is continuing its work to reunite families. Nexus Services is funding all reunification processing fees, including legal expenses. This story is about a father who was detained with his daughter after crossing the border in Texas. Baltazar Carrillo had no idea when he watched his daughter walk away with Border Patrol agents it would be the last time he saw her.
At the border, a Border Patrol agent asked me for the papers when we crossed the river. He asked me the reason why I came to the country. He made me feel worthless, like we were nothing to the country. And then, when I gave him the papers, he tossed them away. I asked him why he threw them away. He told me those are worthless here. When I arrived to the freezer, the holding area for arrivals and releases from the detention center, they told me I was going to be separated from the kid only for a moment. They lied to me. The short moment hasn't come yet.
Little did Baltazar know, despite what happened to him in the San Benito, Texas detention center, help was on the way. Meet Nexus Services case manager Elizabeth Contreras. She explains how Baltazar's horrific story started in the U.S.
Baltazar's sisters came into the North Hollywood office for Libre by Nexus. They wanted bond assistance and just to see how they can get Baltazar out of the detention center. So they came here, we made the contract, I explained to them how we work and what we would need for them. We went ahead and submitted the bond approval for Baltazar. Once we got that done, the sister told us that his daughter was also in a detention center, and once they both came together, they were separated, and he hasn't seen his daughter since. We also wanted to see in what way we can help reunite them.
The process of reuniting Baltazar with his daughter, Dana Elizabeth, continued with Hugo Fernandez. Fernandez is a Nexus case manager in Texas. Fernandez, along with a Breaking Through news crew, flew to California to meet with Baltazar.
It's been stressful, I'm not gonna lie, but after all the work that we have done at this point, I'm very pleased.
Baltazar explains how he was mistreated at the Texas detention center.
I arrived in the morning, a Saturday, and I was told, you will be transported to Livingston, another detention center. I asked, why? I haven't done anything. I always ask, where's my kid? They just told me just to get in the bus and not to ask so many questions. It passed 6, 8 hours asking for my kid, and I thought she was gone already. In the cell, they told me the kid was gone.
It was extremely difficult for him to recount his story without shedding tears. But he said it was important for him to do whatever it took to get his daughter back.
They put me in a cell. I did not go out or eat. Nobody told me anything. A guard just told me to be quiet. When I had court, they told me, you know what? They asked me a questionnaire, the credible questionnaire. And I told him, where's my kid? I told him I had 3 people trying to kill me. I have 3 bullet shots. They told me in 8 days I will have the results. I still asked, where's my kid? They told me that was a different case. If your sister wants, she can claim your kid. If she doesn't want to, she can leave your kid here. That's what they call the cell where all the people is. 8 days passed, and the results were $12,000 bond. I asked, how do you want me to get the money? I owe a lot of money already in El Salvador. Then I was like, whatever. I expect a bulk reduction, but they asked for $3,500. So I said to myself, whatever happens, it's God's willing. I spent 2 months. My wife, along with my father-in-law, sold a small property to complete $3,000, and here I am. Since then, since I was released, I can only think about my daughter. Help me to bring my daughter.
It was while the men were working with a notary that Baltazar's deepest fears were confirmed. A CNN story about Texas detention officials giving drugs to the detained children was plastered across a large flat-screen TV in the notary's office.
A few moments ago, I talked to my wife. She says she's worried. Because they put in drugs to the kids, according to the Salvador news. She noticed something weird. She said she couldn't remember her mother's face or my face. A couple of days ago, I received a call for a similar matter. Dana said she could not remember my face. As a parent, this is something that makes you think they give to the kids in order to make them lose memory. She never had anything related to this issue, and as a parent, it's really hard to hear.
His daughter Dana Lisbeth was only 12 years old when she was taken from her father. She spent her 13th birthday behind bars without family or friends. Breaking Through has learned Dana was injected with an unknown drug 11 times during the first round, and on the second round she was injected 6 times.
It's really heartbreaking. I think even just the stories from the people themselves going, whatever they're going through, and then just to put a children on top of that is just beyond words. Especially having them here in the office and telling me face to face about their experiences and what they've gone through as a family to try to reunite them. It was really heartwarming to know that I could help them in this sense, like to get them together and see, just give them that hope. It's really, there are no words because it's really sad, and children shouldn't have to go through that.
Nexus is an organization that always be there. They have this mission, and they have passion and compassion, empathy for people who struggle.
In Los Angeles, Elaine Rackley for Breaking Through News.
Okay? You're not alone.